If you're watching this, you know you're in Andhra Zook. Sorry for the delay, but it just had to be done so. Anyways, here I am back with my restaurant series, and as I had mentioned last time in my naan video, if you haven't already seen it, please do check it out. We are going to do a beautiful restaurant style North Indian Peshawari cuisine on this channel. Now, many of you already know that I used to run restaurants in Gurgaon, and this is from there. All these recipes that you are seeing on the screen today, they are all going to come to you one after another. Today, let's talk gravies. Traditionally, in this North Indian tandoori cuisine, we have three different distinctive gravy styles. Today, in this one video, which is going to be a little long, I'm going to talk about all three of these and how to make them. Now, of course, all these gravies are supposed to be made in a quantity. Now, I have lowered the quantity as much as I can, but still you will get a lot of leftover. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to preserve it, because we are not running a restaurant here. We are at home and this is for domestic consumption. But I'm going to talk about all the basic gravies in its own form and how it stands out. We'll start with the mother of all gravies, which is the chopped masala. Basically is a nice gravy made of onion and tomatoes. I have used 1:2 ratio, 1 being the onion and 2 being the tomatoes. So I've got 500 grams of onion, which I've chopped. You don't have to be precise about chopping it perfectly. And I've got 1 kg of tomatoes, which I have peeled. Now, peeling the tomato is really important. Now let's start making this curry. In a big pan, take half a cup of oil. Trust me on this gravy is going to be used in a lot of dishes. So don't worry, half a cup of oil you are not gonna have in one dish. Now I'm gonna splatter some whole garam masala in this hot oil. Now exact amounts would be given in the description box below, so don't forget to check it out. Let it perfume the oil well. I'm gonna add in some bay leaves as well. Add some cumin seeds, and then as the cumin seeds perfume your kitchen, add in your onions. This is half a kg of onion. Very important is the quantities of onion, tomato, ginger and garlic. The rest is up to you. How much soever you want it spicy, you can use it. Mostly in a restaurant, whole spices are used scantily because of course it's expensive. But when we do catering orders, at that point of time, it's used generously. Once my onions are translucent, bordering towards being browned, I'm gonna add in 30 grams of garlic paste and 30 grams of ginger paste. Give it a good mix. Now add in 1 kg of peeled diced tomatoes. Peeling the tomatoes is extremely required in this recipe, so don't miss that step. Now mix it thoroughly and cover it and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Flame could be at a medium-high level. In the meanwhile, take all your ground spices. Once again, the exact amounts of each and every spice is down there in the description box below. And the amount of red chili should not scare you, because this red chili is Deghi Mirch, which is mostly given for the color. It is not extremely hot. But if you wish, you can substitute the Deghi Mirch with anything else. Traditionally, of course, in the restaurants, we used to give in a little bit of red color, but definitely for domestic purposes, I do not recommend that. Now let all these dry spices proof in some water, mix it well and set it aside for 5 to 10 minutes. Now 15 minutes are up since my tomatoes are cooking, and look how nicely they have wilted out. Now add in the spice mix and give it a good stir. Also add a wet masala, which is made of green chilies and coriander stems and root, which is ground together. I'm gonna save about 1.5 tablespoons of this mix for adding at the end. Again, cover it and let it simmer for about 20 minutes now, until unless you see the oil floating on top, like so. At this point of time, it is important to add some sort of fat into this gravy. I have used a combination of ghee and white butter, but you can use either one of them. I don't recommend oil at all. Give a little bit of ghee or butter, or else forget about the fat at this stage. But yes, if you are planning to preserve it for later use, then adding a little bit of fat at this point would really help. This would be the right time to add in that balance of 1.5 tablespoon worth of coriander shoots and green chili paste, and give everything a good mix. Simmer it on the lowest heat possible for about 5 minutes, until unless the oil comes on top and your chopped masala is ready. Let it cool completely before transferring it into small containers. I always reuse my containers of different kinds of sauces or anything. If I've bought, I reuse those containers, and they are very good. They are airtight and they can be refrigerated or frozen. Now let's talk of Makhani Gravy, another iconic Peshawari dish. Now Makhani Gravy is nothing but this chopped masala, which is ground to a fine paste and then sieved through. Basically, you'd need that velvety texture of the Makhani Gravy. So you need to sieve out any fibers whatsoever from the gravy. And look what a beautiful Makhani Gravy I've got here. Now making this Makhani Gravy, you have to use it right away. Otherwise, this chopped masala can be stored in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days or frozen for almost 1.5 months in good airtight containers. Now let's talk of the third important gravy, which is the white gravy, which is made of onions and cashew nuts. Again, the ratio of onion to cashew nut is very important, which will be mentioned in the description box below. And this gravy actually doesn't use oil at all. This is a boiled gravy. All you do is dump in your onion and cashew nut in a saucepan with some water and bring it up to a boil. Now you can put in as much or as little of flavoring agents as your heart desires. I have used 1 green chilli, 3 cloves of garlic, and then again given a cover to let it all boil. Once my cashew nuts are soft and they easily break with hands, at that point of time I'm gonna put in some freshly ground white pepper and Choto Elaichi or green cardamom. Again, the measurements would be down there, so do check it out. For freezing this gravy, I love using this airtight ice cube tray because this gravy is really rich and all you need is a tablespoon of it in a dish. Once frozen, you can easily remove it from the ice cube tray and store it in a bag for about 1.5 months again. So I hope you have enjoyed these gravies. If you did, do let me know in a comment below. If you want more such delicious recipes, don't forget to subscribe and press that bell icon so that you get a notification every time we upload a recipe. So till the next time, cheers!